Morning all, I'm Johnny B and welcome to Sunny Coast Celtic episode 22. Well, I hope you had a couple of weeks of pleasure rather than watching football. Well, we didn't really watch football, we watched the Scotland game, which was, I don't know if you can call it football. 2 games, absolutely rank rotten, weren't they? That was probably the worst 2 performances for ages, but Scotland's managed to win both games, which is unbelievable, because normally they're the games that Scotland throw away. For years, I know we're here to talk about Celtic, but you just got to go with it. I think Stevie Clarke's been talking to Brendan Rodgers and saying this is how we're going to play, we'll just play the ball sideways back and just get pumped ourselves. I don't get it. They're playing just as bad as we are. You know, when Scotland were getting beat with Greece the other night, I was thinking to myself, the only thing that changed the game was bringing Tony Ralston on and Kieran Tierney on. As soon as we brought them on, bang. So it just shows you, Celtic's getting the Midas touch. Need to keep adding their players in. But then again, you don't want them getting injured playing for Scotland. I used to hate that. But they are absolutely terrible and got away with 2 results. So you just got to say to yourself, that's what Celtic are doing at the moment. We're playing pretty poor, but we're getting away with results, which is, it's points in the bag. So that's all we need to keep doing. Obviously, we've got a tough game coming up at the weekend. But look, let's talk a wee bit about what's going on in Glasgow and Scotland at the moment. Look, I know there's a bit of unrest about the Celtic and Rangers semi-final. A lot of the fans are going to boycott the game in regards to ticket prices and ticket allocations and things like that. I don't think that's going to help us when it comes to wanting to win and get into another final. I don't know if it's like damned if you do and damned if you don't. I think we just really need to get behind the team and go and support them, get them through this game. Knock Rangers out another cup, because the last thing we want them to do is get to the final and we're not in the final. So I think we need all the support we can get at Hampden for that day. So I know the Green Brigade's not going to go, but I suppose everybody else, what did we do before the Green Brigade? We all just get into singing and supporting the boys. So I think that's just what we need to do. We still want to pack out Hampden and we still want to go through. I know it's the League Cup, but we still want to get there. We don't want them to be there and get any trophies in their boardroom. So yeah, I don't know what's going to happen with that semi-final. I don't even know what's going to happen against Dundee, you know. I mean, I'm sick to death of the back teeth. Everything's 55, Rankers 55. We've got 55, you know. And that's all they're on about is, to be honest with you, they should never ever have got 9 in a row, because when they got that 9 in a row, they were cheating. They bought players that they couldn't afford. They get put down to the 4th division and had to work their way back up. They should have been stripped of the league titles that they won in that period. Because over in Australia, Melbourne Storm is a rugby league team, and they done the same. They breached the salary cap and they got stripped of their titles. And that's what should have happened to Rankers. They should have got stripped of their titles. So in saying that, they wouldn't have got 9 in a row and they wouldn't have got 55. So you got to look at the big picture, and you can't cheat your way to the top. They should never ever been allowed to do that. And I always look into that thinking, why was something not done about that more than what happened to them? Yeah, they get put down 4 divisions, but they should have done that and been stripped of the titles. It's nonsense how they got away with that. So anyway, you can't count cheating your way to the top. So in saying that, 67 is always going to be a higher number than 55. And what happened in 67 again? Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. Was that the European Cup final that Rankers will never ever get a chance to win that again? So we've just got to be happy that we've won the European Cup. It's never going to happen again in Scotland. The only way, and I keep saying this, is that, like, for Celtic to win it again. Forget them. For Celtic to win it, we've got to go to England. We've got to bring in the big money. We've got to bring in the big players, and then we can go and challenge in Europe. But right now, we just need to concentrate in Scotland. We need to win the League Cup, the Scottish Cup, and the league title. That's all we can do, you know. over the road there, it's a debacle about who's going to be the next coach. You know who I think they should get in? Ted Lasso. You know, they're an absolute laughing stock. Bring him in and we'll just have a laugh about it. We'll make a series about how bad they were. So yeah, if you're listening, rankers, bring in Ted Lasso and let's get to the bottom of it, because nobody else wants to coach you. How many coaches has turned you down over the last few weeks? Absolutely fantastic. Hopefully they don't go for Big Ange. Don't want him coming back to Glasgow and that side of the city. Anyway, let's talk about us. So, Dundee on Sunday. People saying it's going to be a hard game, and I don't think so. I think we'll go there and walk out the tap of Dundee. And to be very, very honest, I believe that Hearts will drop points this Saturday or Sunday or wherever they're playing. So I think they're away to Kilmarnock. So if they drop points there, we'll be in tap with them again, and then it's just going to go on and on and on. Hearts will start, and then they've got to play us next week, and then if they lose again to us, you know, it's like a mini crisis, 2 games in a row, or dropping points 2 games in a row. So this week, I think it will take care of itself up at Dens Park. I don't think we'll have an issue up there. I think we'll go all right. I just don't know what kind of team that Brendan's going to put out in the field. Obviously, people's coming back for international breaks and things like that. So a few of them played for one half, for 20 minutes, for 2 games, for 1 game. So just depends. Hopefully everybody comes back uninjured. Now AJ's back in training, so Alistair Johnson, I don't think he'll be in the reckoning for Saturday. I'm not sure. We're not getting a lot of feedback about it. I don't really mind if we keep him for the Hearts game, maybe the following week. Don't even play him against Sturm during the week. Keep him for Hearts the week after. That'll be a good game to introduce him back into it again. So I think Brendan, I'll go with the tried and trusted Kasper Schmeichel. I just think he'll stick with him up at Dundee. And as I say, him and Sinisalo, does it matter? They're 6.5 a dozen. So just keep playing Kasper. He might get us out of jail with a few decent saves. I don't think they'll give us much issues up at Dundee anyway. So let's say he plays Kasper in goals. Right back, Tony Ralston's been away with Scotland. He's come on, he's played, Kobe Donovan's fit again. He's doing well for the 21. So who do you put in there? It's up to me. I put Kobe Donovan in every day of the week. He might go with Ralston for a bit of experience up in the wee tight parks up at Dundee. So who knows? But whatever, we're in good hands at right back anyway. So left back, again, he's got another issue. Does he play Kieran or does he play the other boy? Because he's been playing really well, Sarachi. So you don't know who he's going to play. And again, I don't think it matters too much because Sarachi's played really well. He was actually the captain. So he's done well for his country when he's been away. So we can't really say, but we can't throw him in. He might be a bit tired or the travel and all that. Who knows? He was in obviously Glasgow. So he might be all right. He might not have had to travel that very far, so they might just throw him in. Again, Cameron Carter-Vickers and Scalesy, that'll be your 2 centre-halves, which they tried and trusted. That's all right at the moment. I don't know what's happening with Pusey, as I keep saying. Don't know no feedback at all. So that's going to be your back 4 with Kasper and goals, so that's fine. Don't know what he's going to do in midfield. I would say Callum said a 2-week break, nearly, so he'll start off with Callum McGregor at the back. In the midfield, just at the back of the other 2. I think he'll probably go with Rio, and he'll probably go with Benji, I'd say. But he could go with any other 2 players with Callum McGregor. Who knows? I don't think it matters. We'll just need to see how they go after the break. But obviously, Brendan's at training. He can see who's putting in. He can see who's fit. He can see who's no fit. Depends on what kind of shape he is. And again, can we change it? Can we play 4 players in the midfield and 2 up front? That would give you another midfielder because we've got an abundance of them. You know what I mean? And you can try them in there. Who knows? I don't think he will do it. But Dundee's maybe the game to try something else, something fresh, something new. Because Dundee know that we're going to go up there and play this, and this. If we change it up a wee bit, they won't know what's hitting them. So, could be anybody in that midfield. There's about 3 or 4 or 5 of them that you could add in, but I think Calmack's going to be definitely playing. So the other 2 is going to be a toss of the coin, or whoever's fit or whoever's doing well. I look at the right-hand side of that park, and as I say, did you watch the Scotland games the other night? I know that wee dope was in and out the game, but man, he's a player when he's on this game. He takes the ball around players, he's direct, his final ball is terrible, but then we've got so many players like that. Maeda gets round players, his final ball's over the bar or into the top of the stand, so he's the same. Remember, he used to get Dundee a gap, used to beat everybody, and then his final ball was shit most of the time. So that wee dope, he's young enough to go to improve on his final ball, but we're spending money left, right and centre. Go back and get him again. I just think he's what we need on that right hand side. If we get him on the right and we get Tenecti on the left, then your troubles are over for a while. Then you've got Jota coming back in. So you've got players there, but we're pissing about trying to look for players that are coming here no doing it. We know that wee doke can date in Scotland. We should never let him go. I know whoever's in charge has decided he's surplus to what we require, but you look at him now, he's improved. He's a fantastic little dribbler, and that's what we need. I just look at teams now, I look at teams all over the world. Can you imagine Brendan Rodgers getting a holiday Messi, bringing Messi to Celtic and going, right, now I don't want you to dribble, I want you to get the ball, I want you to go back the way. He's going to go, he's fucking serious. Like, and this is what we're doing to players. We're stopping them from playing naturally. Years ago, and I keep going on about this, we just attacked, and players didn't have restrictions, didn't have to get the ball and go back the way, get the ball and go sideways. Whatever you did, do not go round him, do not shoot unless you're going to score. Like, there's too many rules and regulations. Let football players be football players. You're coaching football out of the players. They're more interested in dynamics and everything else in the game, technical this and running this, and they've got wee things on the back of them. Man, just take it out, get on with it. If he's tired, get him off. Don't worry about what Joe Blogg said. He's not the coach. The coaches are going to get sacked because they're listening to all these other people run about them saying he's not fit enough to play. Don't let him run too much. Make sure he gets the ball down and cuts it back. I just don't get it. Who's picking the teams here? You're going to put another nail in your coffin if you don't pick the team and let them go forward. I love watching games. When's the last time you had a 3 each or a 4 each game? It's hard. And see the games when they are 3 each, 4 each, 5-4. You loved them. You came out the ground going, fuck me, how good was that? I know we lost some goals, but we attacked. And it was brilliant. We're hardly seeing it now for anybody. The whole world's changed. You know, it's just nonsense. Why don't we be the first to change back and go, right, we're going to play the old Celtic way and we're going to go forward and we're just going to score. We'll go up the park. We'll score 3. They might score 2, but we'll score 1 more. I don't get, there's too much technical stuff involved in the game now. Let's let them play football. Fucking nonsense, so it is. Anyway, that's it. So who's he going to play in the right? He'll probably play Maeda. He's been away, but he never get any game, or I don't know if he went away or whatever, but he's not played, so they might stick with Maeda out there. It's going to be Tenecti out in the left wing. So, and he's been away as well. I think he got half a game or something like that. So, don't know how that's going to work out, but we know he can do a job for us. And up at Dundee, he should get plenty of the ball. You know, we just need to be more direct from the back to the midfield to the forwards. Everybody needs to be direct. Move up. Let's play in their half of the field. I'm not going to score in my own half. So, hopefully, that'll be the team. So, yeah, and Iheanacho through the middle. So the team kind of picks itself apart for the midfield at the moment. You know, you're right back and your left back, you've got a choice. Centre half, you haven't really got a choice. Midfield, you have got a choice, but Calmack's always going to be in there. Brendan loves him. We love him. We just want him to be better and be more forward thinking. He scored a lot of goals last year, and he's nowhere near what he was doing last year already. By this time last year, we had scored that many goals. It was unbelievable. So we've obviously changed what we were doing, and I don't know why, because it worked last year, it worked the year before, it works when we go forward. So I'm hoping on Saturday that we bring the old Celtic back. I'd love to go up there. Do you remember the game we had to beat St Mirren to win the league? And we won 5-1 at Love Street, and it was just attack after attack after attack, goal after goal. It was brilliant to watch, and that's what we can do to teams, but we're not going to do it if we do not go forward. So anyway, prediction, I reckon it's going to be 3-0, and I think Kilmarnock will beat Hearts. So I think we'll take over Hearts again in the weekend in the league, and then again we'll push away for them when we beat them at Tynecastle in a couple of weeks' time. So look, have a great couple of days. I'll talk to you after the game, and hail hail.